So this video will be my adventure in finding out the true story behind that fake hoax picture that was put out with the ongoing story that there's a refinery fire in a town in Iraq, and this town in Iraq is a ghost town. This refinery is not operational. By all investigations I've done, every picture that shows it operational is in fact photoshopped. This refinery must date back to maybe prior to the Gulf War hoax, maybe a reserve that somebody was using before and it just ran dry and they moved on. You know, that happens. Those towns are all throughout the Middle East. So I'm going to go ahead and show you through another satellite I found. You have the official story of Landsat 8 going through, but I found that a thermal imaging satellite, supposedly, whatever they call those, I just consider them big, inflated blimps almost, that just hover around at an altitude and won't come down if they don't spring a leak. Anyways, it takes a high altitude picture, and you have on the 17th, which would have been, this story broke on the 18th, or they claimed that they attacked on Wednesday the 18th. At that point, prior to that date on the 17th, there should be some proof within that area of movement, of this mass army, and of something, right? We should be able to see something, if not even the initial openings of this so-called battle. And I'll show you through this that it's all a hoax.
USGS Public Affairs, may I help you?
Hi, yes, this is Dave from Tracy, California, and I had a question about a picture that is labeled USGS/NASA, i.e. that it's either a joint photo or either USGS released it or NASA released it. That's what I'm trying to find out. It deals with an ABC News report that's entitled "Troops Surrounded, Trapped in Iraq's Key Refinery," and there's a photo that claims to be a satellite view, and it says the U.S. Geological Survey and NASA show a satellite view. The thing about that photo is it's a CGI image. It's a computer-generated image. It's not real. So I was wondering who released that photo.
Well, we released the photo. It's an image from a satellite at 400 miles altitude.
No, it's not. It's not, actually. It's a CGI image. I did photo forensics on it, and it's a CGI image. It's a layered image. It's not real.
Do you want to give me your email address and I'll send you our...
If that's right. Okay, yeah, what are you going to send me?
Well, we have posted a image feature about this with the image and a caption.
Okay.
You can download the image.
Okay, but I did all that. I've got the original image, and that's what I did the analysis on. The analysis shows that it's a computer generated image. So I'm wondering who released it. I mean, I know you're speaking that you're speaking to it, but what office released it? Because I'd like to speak to them, because this is not a real image from space. It's not.
We do these images all the time, and could it be that the analyzing software that you have isn't familiar with the way that the Landsat images are produced?
No, that's not the way that works. What happens is when you do photo forensics, if there's an original image, whatever's in the original image is going to show up. If you start to add or layer, it's going to start to look like a rainbow or pixelized. If it's computer generated, it's going to show up as black. It won't show up as anything. The problem with this image And I'm sure several like it. I'm going to only speak to this one that is shown on abcnews.com. This one image alone is not from space, it's a CGI image, because the desert environment that's being shown comes up black, i.e. it's not actually there. It's actually just what, if you're familiar with computer generated graphics, it's called a layer. And you just put on several layers. So the green would be a layer on top of the brown background. And then the city environment should have a third layer. See, I used to also do video games, and so I do know what I'm talking about.
Let me give you the name of a fellow we have here at the Geological Survey.
That'd be great.
And you can call him, he speaks that kind of language.
The image of, from the air, 400 miles up, I guess, of Iraq. Are you?
Yeah, the oil refinery.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing with that photo is it's a CGI image. Did you know that?
It's not.
Oh, it is actually.
Actually, I pulled it down from the satellite. It's from our Landsat 8 satellite. You can go and grab the data.
It's a computer-generated image, sir. Do you want to know why I know that?
I'm sure you've got your own theories. Yeah.
No, I have a photo forensics, which I did the analysis. The computer doesn't, it's not my opinion, it's the program tells me. There's multiple layers.
What program would that be?
That would be photo forensics, and I'll explain this to you. The NASA layer is a separate layer from the USGS layer, or the so-called smoke.
Okay.
And then there's a third layer, which would be the tan background.
Okay.
That's a fact. That is not a picture of a fire going on.
Do you want to grab the level 1 teapot data and do it?
Well, yes, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing that, but you're claiming this is a real photo, and it's not a real photo. Well, because do you want to know why it's not?
We have the sources for that.
Oh.
I mean, it's data that comes straight down from the satellite.
But it's data. Do you know what datas are? Data is nothing but ones and zeros, right?
Trust me, I know what data is.
Okay, so you're
I do this for a living.
I know that you do that. That's why I'm calling you. But I'm wondering why I'm looking at a computer-generated image. It doesn't matter. You can send me the data. I will do that, and I'm going to actually go ahead and look at that data because I'm putting together a video right now about this photo being a hoax.
Okay, sure. Here,
So I like that.
Let me send you. Let me actually pull up the link to the data. I'll give you
That'd be great.
the user. So if you go into GloVis,
Okay.
all right, and you go and search on GloVis, or actually, you know what? I'll just send you a.
And I've already gotten the main image from your guys' public affairs guy. I already have that main image. I will, like, if that's raw data.
I'm not sending you that.
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm sending you is the level 1T data
Okay.
file. And there's going to be 11 grayscale TIFFs in there
Okay.
that you apply, and those come off the Landsat 8 satellite.
Okay.
And the one that's circulating through the media, which is green, and it's actually using sensor 10,
Okay.
5, and 4, which is the thermal sensor, and then near infrared and the red band.
Right. Okay.
So you can composite those together. You can composite any of them together, really, as long as you assign it to a red, green, and blue band.
Right.
And you'll be able to see, you know, the terrain and everything else. It's the same thing you do with any image that we have up there.
Okay. Absolutely.
All right. So
Yes.
the what I'll do is, because I didn't process that particular image,
Okay.
but I did pull down the raw data,
Okay.
and I processed my own image
I see. Okay.
from it. No, that's from Landsat.
Landsat, got that. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I can send you the image that I processed, which is the 432, and then you take the 8 band, which is the pan band.
Pan, yes.
Pan sharpened band. So the 432 is a 30 meter pixel.
Okay.
resolution for each one of those, but the level 8 is a 15 meter, so you can resolve it down into a 15 meter
Okay, perfect.
resolution.
Right.
And so when you want to go into GlowViz, you can put that number into the search, and it'll actually pull it up.
Okay.
And you can download that entire packet. Now it's about a gig.
No, that's fine.
And then assemble those channels in, whether it's Bark, GIS, or Esri if you've got those, or you can do it in Photoshop. You can do it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll stand by for that email then. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Absolutely. I'll send that out to you right away.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, through these photos, I'm going to show you the photo they released along with the ones that I made. I went ahead and looked up the satellite, which was taking photos on the 17th, and I'm going to blend those in with the ones that they claim come from the 18th, which you can get both sets of data. All right, I'm going to blend it in and show you that on the 17th, zero, nothing, nada can be seen happening in the area that they claim this oil refinery is in. And what's interesting about that is it's an oil refinery, so it should be having, in the smokestacks, it should have, it should be burning off. So you should see some kind of heat, because I'm using the thermal imaging layer, right? So I'm going to tuck that in so you can see it's right in there. And that would be this area. You see the smokestack, the smoke that they're claiming is coming across the river. Do you see that right there? There's several things wrong with it. One, with the original, I'm overlaying my image I took, and it's going to come in and line up with their image. Mine from the 17th, theirs from labeled the 18th. Here on the 17th, you can see zero, nada, nothing, not even no smoke even from a refinery. There's nothing going on here. This is an abandoned nothing. Okay, there's no dust trails from the hordes of ISIS coming down. Nothing. You can't see anything. Okay. So all they did was they took a picture on a day where there's zero clouds. Somebody somewhere photoshopped this in, because as you heard in the audio, this guy, all he does is the same thing I'm doing. The same exact thing I'm doing, that's all this guy does, is pull this stuff off the web and put it together. That's it. That's all they do. So this was put on by someone else somewhere, put these images together and posted them as being real, which all you would have to do is find an old image of a day with zero clouds, because then you would have no shadows, and then just paint in your little smoke right here. Because as you can tell in the photo, the smoke is very black and thick, and it should leave a shadow, but it doesn't leave a shadow because it's not really there. This is my photo that I created from the 2 sets of data on the 17th. You can see that nothing's going on. Nada, nothing, zero. So at least we have that much verified, right? And it's very simple then to take something like this and just put a little smoke across there and tell you that the place is on fire. When they do show you a picture of a place, of a smoking place, it's just very thin black smoke from any other fire or a little small side of the road fire that you find in any third world country any day of the week. That's a fact, man. There's no Tikrit oil fire. I'm sorry, Tikrit, whatever this town is, the north of Tikrit. It's not happening. Zero. That's a fact. You can see it's just, they just drew in a little line on this other image. Called it smoke. Alright, this video here is just to show you and to remind you what the point was, I guess, of this whole thing. Okay, what I want to do is now show you how this works. We're going to take this visualization viewer, alright, and go to a date. Keep an eye on this area. The next will be January of 2014. The next area will be another one in January 20. Now we're in February. Another one in February, March. This is all cloud cover. Okay, don't mind the color. It's a false color. It's not an issue. Look, that CC means cloud cover. The date of the image, the product, the amount of images produced. All right, and what I'm going to show you is images dealing with the red, green, blue, which is the visual range. All right. Next scene, next scene, next scene, next scene. We're going to come all the way to the present scene. And that would be the one with the little smoke line that's cutting across the river Euphrates. Okay? Okay, with this video, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I did. I just filmed it as I was doing it so you can see how to create your own data image, really from any available data stream that's there. You can access and build a picture from an image, other words. Anyways, here you go. High altitude photography at the end of the day, being that there is no space. All right, but that's another story. Anyways, this is imaging, I should say, from what's called what the world calls a satellite, Landsat 8. Okay, and it's of a specific area, 34.6 latitude, 43.9 longitude. That would be called Iraq, and specifically an area that we're going to be looking at is where they claim there was a fire. You recall that? That would be this one here. So this square is going to be downloaded. Okay, that would be this file right here. Now I'm downloading right now. I have about half of it, a little more than half done. And that would be this file. Okay. What we're going to do is going to go through this file and then look at these photos, images, data, and show you that there is no fire, there is no army being surrounded, there's no nada, nothing. And there's a few different ways I think you're going to realize that once you see the data. Talk to you soon.